All right. Test, test, test. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear me and everything's going just fine. Alrighty. Turn that off. Here we are. All right, guys. How you doing? Welcome back. I should say thank you for being so patient with us over the past couple of weeks as we get everything figured out. Um, Tonight is going to be another update as to where we are, what we've done over this past, well, it's almost a month now, from the trips that we had. We announced that we went when we did, and then came back. And so, if you guys do not know, we are broadcasting from a new location. So, as you guys can probably see in the background as well. So, but we're still setting things up. We're still getting everything ready to start bringing a few more items over here to, well, get us into the higher production numbers. So, yeah.
That's correct.
So,
You want to give them a pan view of the foyer?
sure, I think that'll be just fine. So let me go and move a couple things out of the way. So,
So the building's still pretty bare. We're getting it painted and logos and things like that. And one of the new guys we hired is just a genius, Seth, at artistry and doing videos. As you notice, we're actually getting videos posted every week now, and I think that's a good thing. Instructional training stuff.
all right,
Anyway, so
I'm gonna go
we'll
and pan.
this up, but
All right.
he's just going to show you what it looks like when you walk in. How did you get all the furniture out of the lobby of the hotel here we're staying at? Get these pictures.
I know a guy.
That's a very good
So-
answer.
There we go. All right. Yes, I already changed it to Mini Manufacturing Company. So yeah. So everybody who's online tonight, we have the chat off because it'll cause some issues with the current computer that we're using to actually do the streaming on tonight. So, but I do want to say thank David Kibble, Less Music, Roebuck 2014, and the Manufacturing Company. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us here today, along with you beautiful lurkers. Thank you again for watching and tuning in. And anyone who's watching this after the fact, thank you for tuning in as well. So, yeah. Okay, so a lot of things have happened over this past couple of days. Actually, the past couple of weeks. The trip to the Dominican Republic for customer install, that actually went quite well. If anyone in the Dominican Republic is watching, thank you very much, guys, for taking everything all in a single day. So they picked up on it very, very quickly, and we're up and printing in record time.
You say
So-
drinking from a fire hose?
Yeah, that's a nice way of saying it. So, also Davo went all the way up to Washington D.C. for the United States Science Technology Fair, which went quite well. The last time I heard from him, he's back. It's safe. Everything's going quite well with him. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else show-wise. We don't have anything planned as of right now. Show-wise, we are more focused and interested on getting basically production numbers up.
Production tuning, yeah, we're production limited still, although that's on the verge of changing significantly. We've received the second build cycle of our prototypes, and now we're making our first real, what I would consider a production run with our new sources. And so far, so good, knock on wood. I received the extrusions, they look awesome. The sheet metal supplier York has found for us has been phenomenal. So altogether it's good, and our inventory is healthy at the moment.
Yes.
So I look forward to the day when we have excess inventory. Although Aldea was one of the people that we brought on recently, and she's taken care of all the basically the numbers throughout the whole system, documentation, control, but workflow. And she's managed to give us a better view of the orders and priorities and things. And so, Aldea, we appreciate your hard work very much. It's nice to have someone in your chair doing your job at the level you're doing it with. And bottom line there is, we're going to have to build a lot more printers. So
Yes.
so that's the way it goes. And on the engineering side, everything's moved forward painfully, quickly, slowly, lots of different stuff. The firmware is ready for testing, and so I will be passing that out to the significant or magnificent 7. And a couple of your boxes that you guys gave me worked. A couple of them I haven't. I'll shoot you an email tomorrow when I start uploading and let you know if I'm having troubles with them. I know Ken Rosinski's box I had trouble with. I don't know why. I was going to have you look at it for me when
Sure.
you get a chance.
Okay.
And then we have had to go through the whole Windows 7 painful migration. It's thanks to Hutch's extreme effort, it's finally nailed. So all System 30s in the future will be shipping with Windows 7. And we will make the decision this week on what the engines get, but we're looking very seriously to just, from this point forward, be on Windows 7. XP, there was a bomb that was dropped, but more importantly is, it's not, I'm not even blaming it on Microsoft, it's the fact that we moved to a better, more modern LCD display system, and that one was not supported under the XP. It was just supported under Windows 7 and 8. And if you've used Windows 8 and you've used Windows 7 and you're used to Windows 7, then Windows 8 is not my idea of a good time, mostly because you're trying to figure out how to make Windows 8 work like Windows 7. So we had that discussion the other day. It was like, I wish I'd never heard of Windows 7 if I have to live with Windows 8. But the bottom line is that everything's got its place. And right now, it's working, it's solid, we're reproducing the images, the keys are properly initializing, so I think we're good to go on that. So that takes care of the software question. The second one is that, as many of you know, we've been trying to get a hotter build platform that we feel like it's a solution, not a band-aid. And so we got the new build platforms in for a week ago. And I bonded them up. Actually, they came on Tuesday, if I remember correctly. They were held up in customs, unfortunately. And we bonded them up. And this is the first one of them. And this is the actual build platform side. And you'll notice that it has a grid. And it is actually, if you look at it, a glass surface on it. And this is all one unit. And this means that, first off, is we got the numbers right, so it hits 100 degrees. Although I'm not sure I'm going to allow it to run at 100. We're going to do some live testing on it. We are certain it will run at 90. And the chemistry on everything that we're using on here is compatible to way north of 120, 150. But the issue of warpage and stress, thermal stress, we're not sure. We're still testing that. So we have another revision that was started last night in Shenzhen, and it will be due to ship on Tuesday to us. So maybe we'll get it on Thursday or Friday. We had to do that because if you look, you'll see there's a few jumpers on here. That's me. I screwed up. I forgot to attach the nets to the ground fills, and so we had to do some special things to get this one to work, but new ones are on the way. Just for those of you who are keeping track, and I know there's a few of you out there, David Kibble's one, David, publicly I'm saying thank you. You've done so much to give me good feedback. And so this particular unit has some really nice, what I'm going to say, insulating properties to it. And so it's a nice balance between power, longevity, like I can see you using this for 5,000 builds without even thinking about it. I think it'll last that long. And at 8 amps, we were able to exceed 100 degrees centigrade on a very large surface. Well, one of the really nice things, and I would like to use the word cool, is the center of the build area gets hot, but the outside you can touch with your hand without getting burned. And I really like that, because there's been a number of times when I go to grab the edge while I'm trying to get my part off and I get burned. So yeah, just thought you guys might find that interesting. And yes, it's a special kind of tempered material, and it has ground polished, smooth, never going to get cut corners on it.
Yep.
I mean, this is my hand. Don't try this at home. I'm a professional. I'm moving it. No pain, no blood, no catch up. It's if we were dreaming of a material, this is the one we were dreaming of. So I so look forward to the next group of boards, because we're able to do something with them, which we learned from here, that will make this truly one of the best build plates that I've ever seen. Now, this can be coated with the PEI. We actually have a PEI tape that's available to us, and so we can coat it with PEI for those of you that are PEI lovers. But each material has its place. I'm not going to say PEI is not a good material. A lot of people are swearing by it. Very few are swearing at it. But I like to start with a nice, clean, flat piece of glass. I know I can tram over it smoothly. I love the fact that I've got a grid that I can see through it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you guys are looking at the reflection in the windows, but I like the fact that it's easy to replace now, and we've improved the leveling mechanism quite a bit.
Yes.
So those of you that are used to fighting with leveling because it's hard to find the hole underneath, which even though that was a quantum leap forward, the next level is even another quantum leap forward. So yeah, we'll give a better demonstration of that with the next one, the one that's the full sandwich.
Yeah. On the next live broadcast.
Yeah, the next
absolutely.
broadcast.
So, I know that might not satisfy your answer, David, but it satisfy your question, David, about the underside leveling. But just be patient. Yeah. Alrighty.
Oh, no. Is that David asking that question?
Yeah.
David, you actually going to like the new one.
Okay.
So
I think
just be patient,
Yeah.
because on all but the largest build platform, and this one, by the way, is much larger than you can imagine. So this is 13 inches in the diagonal, 13.3 inches. And the other ones that are 275 millimeters long, which is 8, 9, 10, 11 inches
Yeah.
in the X direction, that one you can level from the top, just like I showed you. So I think you'll be happy with that one. And yes, I have all the parts and everything for it. Actually, those left Shenzhen last night. And the heaters, the modules that go in here for us to make it all together will leave on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
You'll like it, David. There's 3 different sizes of build platforms. We did that on purpose because different configurations can hit different sizes and different temperature ranges. As a matter of fact, the cold one is also being sandwiched in here. So that one is going to be very fun to play with as well. I'm looking forward to showing that one off.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't think we're going to have too much of an extended broadcast. I will tell you that the manufacturing, what we've done is we've continued manufacturing at the other place, and now we're ready to start bringing the equipment over and do the QCs here. We're doing that so we can just pull the plug from the manufacturing and repipe it into any supply chain that we've got, but that we'll still be doing the QC here, and that seems to be the right thing to do.
Yeah.
We already learned the lesson that, well, how do we put it?
Well, we've learned several.
Yeah,
100 lessons.
after years of doing this, like decades of doing it, usually we ship overseas, so we really take care to ship it. I always double, triple check it. But if we're going to grow, we have to have a system that's independent of any individual person. So, I mean, you can't have one guy take a vacation and everything while he's gone that ships has to be reworked.
No.
That's just not a good solution. So we're fighting the systems and procedures and the checkout and all the lists and everything. We're trying to get multiple people trained on the checkout. So right now we have 3 people that are being trained on the checkout. And I'm hoping that we can make that 10 people by the end of summer, but even 3, I don't feel so bad because I know if one of them's on vacation, at least the other ones are going to go through the checklist and apply similar principles. And we continue to improve the documentation for checkout, videos and specifications, how much the build tightment is. We also are looking for test prints. Now, we do test prints on everything, but now we implemented a test print this last couple of weeks for the heads themselves, because now we're starting to make heads that aren't committed to printers. You know, we're actually building heads of batches here and the printers and batches there. Of course, they'll do a final test at the shipping dock, but what we don't know is, what we haven't had a situation in the past, but it's definitely real. We'll have some spare or inventory heads. Someone will call up and say, hey, my head is awesome, but I want another one. So we send them one. Well, we couldn't have tested it on their system, so we have to have tested it on a standard. And we do that. There's a test print that's done with every head for that head, independent of the printer. And it actually is a little cute little thing, takes about 15 minutes to print, and it actually comes with the MK1s at this time. So I think that's a good thing to go. Hey, on a little side note, Midnight Manufacturing, we see you're on. I just want to tell you that Hutch and I were talking about you just 2 days ago, and I was telling him that if we hadn't heard from you in so long, I was hoping that you weren't ill. So I'm glad to see that you're on, and I hope your health is doing good. And give us another week or two, and then come by and see the new building. I know you know where it is, and we'll call off the guard dogs. You're welcome to come in the building.
Yeah.
So I'd like to say hi to you. Anyway, I don't know that there's a whole lot of other things to show off today.
No.
Nothing that I'm allowed to show off. So,
Well, not yet. Not yet. So let's, yeah.
got it.
We've got. Does anybody have any questions? Actually, does anyone have any questions over anything that you have as of right now? I'm trying to think of what else we can talk about and show at this point.
Wow, we're in the new building. Everything,
Yeah.
all my resources are over there if they want a show and tell session. The next one will be a lot more interesting, I'm sure, as we get more and more things over here. But we were kind of held up by some of the, what is the right word?
Yeoman asks, just quick question: are the new profiles available yet?
Profiles.
Profiles. Do you mean the slicer settings? If that's what you're referring to, Yeoman? And let's see. There's usually like a 10-second lag
Uh-huh.
between whatever we say and then whatever we see. So, no. And the manufacturing services haven't wanted to slow you down. Well, thank you.
It's all right.
Yeah.
As long as you're healthy. We just
Yeah.
we
we
were
want to make
just
sure you're okay.
seriously talking about you, saying Hutch was saying that you maybe lost interest in printing, and I was saying I thought that the only reason we hadn't seen you was that maybe something happened to you. So I'm glad nothing's happened to you.
And yes, Yeoman. Okay. All of the new settings, Dave already has posted up on our wiki. Actually, all of the settings, even the experimental ones. And
You mean recipes?
yeah, he threw all of them up there that were on his PC, which needs to be vetted through. They need to be removed. There are quite a few of them that need to be removed. So Davo, I'm not sure if you're watching or not, but we're going to have to rectify that once you come in tomorrow morning, and fix those out. I have the new slicer settings, the ones from the last broadcast where I showed you the individual pit pyramids that going up and up and up. 1 millimeter increments, sliced at 200 microns. That particular information I've already given out to, I believe, to one backer. I think Les you have it, and there are a few others that were there. So I've tested those for the Sane Smart material. They are optimized for Sane Smart material. So for 200 microns, 100 microns, and 300 microns. Now the support is still playing with that, because the slicer settings when it comes to support, even Mr. Arandes, if you're out there watching, he is absolutely correct. The support mechanic that's currently inside of Slicer is somewhat wonky and does not. It works. Don't get me wrong. What Alessandro Randalucci and all the guys who are working on Slicer, you guys, Slick 3R, you guys did a wonderful job. It's just that there's a little bit of customization when it comes to doing support material that really needs to be handled in somewhat of a more specific way. So I'm still playing with that, and but everything else without support is going to give you some darn good results. I've even done some bridging tests, and the bridging tests by themselves has been okay. The underside is still not as good as I want it to be, but it's getting better. So, and I will send those. I'll either upload them to a Google Drive or we'll put them on the wiki sometime tomorrow. So, all the ones and this is for Sane Smart ABS, just for ABS for right now. Okay. All right. Roebuck 2014 says, has anyone had a go with a part carbon fiber filming yet? I just thought I'd ask while I'm here. Okay.
Not yet. We haven't done anything with it. We hope we hope we get caught up enough to do that. We've got someone who's supposed to be doing printing for us, and they are doing printing, but they're still like everyone else swamped. I really think it'll be middle of summer before we're doing other exotic materials.
Okay. Going to say you were working on a new one. Yeah, that's the one. Those are the slasher settings I'm talking about. So
Yep.
you'll have and everyone will have access to that via our regular website. If you go to HYREL3D.com, there will be a wiki link that you can go to the wiki and then pull in all the slasher settings that you need. Okay. And then David Kibble says, on that subject, can we get a forum going to share slicer settings?
It's an excellent idea.
Absolutely. And actually, inside of you built inside of Repatron.
The latest one has, but that's a good point. I have not made it tie to any particular link for a forum. That's a really good idea. So I can definitely update that and put that in so you can whip right to the forum. A settings forum sounds great, especially if it includes the ability to show pictures of what you're making.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
I don't know who's going to implement it.
Well,
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll draw straws, and I'll chew off whichever straw is longer than mine.
I have a feeling I know who's going to be getting the longest straw. So.
It's the short straw you don't want.
Oh. I thought okay, well.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right.
We'll find someone else.
Whichever one's different, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll reach out to the guy who did the other forum for us and see if he can post it or post it.
That was Plexus 314, and his was actually modeled after the another company's forum. So, which is just fine. It's just that I'll have to reach out to him and see what we can do.
I can imagine
that becomes somewhat file heavy, and it could be quite kind of expensive. I don't want him to go so far.
The text is not much. It's the pictures that would go with it.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll figure it out. We can always do it on the other server. Yeah. We just need the software or the hosting for the actual forum itself, and I believe that's canned software too. So.
Okay. I can also reach out to some of my guys.
I'll ask Ty.
Okay.
He might have some ideas too from his area.
Yeah.
Because I have no problem hosting like a CAN box.
Absolutely. That'd be great. In fact, if we set something like that up, then they can reference to those particular files.
I think we've got 250 gigabytes of storage on the CAN box.
That might be just enough.
Pictures only, no video uploading. You can only upload pictures.
Yeah.
So, and they can't be of your Christmas vacation unless it's in Florida.
Exactly. So, good question. Thank you, David Kittle and Roebuck. So.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, I need to go back to work. I just wanted to stop in for this and everything. We appreciate everybody still hanging in there with us. I think you'll find it a very interesting next quarter for us.
Absolutely.
we almost doubled our staff this last month, and so the stuff that we were doing, we were working like 4 people. We're now only working like 2 people. Well, that's not true. Like 3 people. You got to hire 5 people to offset one hutch.
Thank you.
He's got the big S on the front and the back.
Yeah.
Super hutch.
That's right.
Anyway.
And every cheek gets kicked. So yeah.
And David Kibble, I know you're still online. I will give you an update tomorrow, and we can figure out what you want me to do, whether ship early or if you want to wait a couple of days and see if I can get you this heated belt platform for you. But we can talk in. I'll have an updated delivery status from the guys at about midnight our time tonight. So that's because of the time change, today's tomorrow kind of thing. And 10 o'clock on Sunday night is 10 o'clock on their Monday morning. And usually I get information by noon on their Monday regarding the status of any circuit board jobs or cabling. On a good note, they just got the cables in for the new displays and stuff, which means we had a limited number of samples that we were using for qualification, so we managed to get 5 System 30s that have been put together. But now we have enough for 50 more that'll be here. I'm going to say they were shipped yesterday, Wednesday, and then 100 more come in behind that, but a few more weeks. So we're looking good.
Just want to say your picture quality there is much better. Thanks, Carl. Look forward to that. Thank you, David.
Well, it's nice to know.
Yeah.
It could be that we have natural sunlight.
Yeah.
This is an amazing place we're at. It's really well suited to our needs, and it has expandability, kind of like Hutch and me at a buffet line. And so we think we really have found a nice spot, and we look forward to growing into it.
Mm-hmm.
We lucked out. The guys who left this building must have had like the mafia after them or something, because they left all the furniture, and I mean $2,000 desks and stuff like that. Anyway, it was very nice of them. We appreciate their hasty retreat, which the building's been vacant for a couple of years, so I don't know. I mean, it's not something new, but it was a very interesting situation.
Absolutely. No, thank you, Les.
Yeah. Is that Les music?
Yeah, yes it is.
Les, you're one of my favorite people. We got several favorite people, but it's always good to hear from you. I think when David Kibble and Les Music hook up, it's going to be like when they cross those plasma fields in Ghostbusters. Because you both are doing very good stuff.
You don't never cross the streams.
No, never cross the streams. Unfortunately, you guys are 9 hours time change, so that's the tough part. It's almost as bad as me talking to China. Not quite, though.
Close.
So.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Elastic pants. Thanks, Dave.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's hilarious. Good. All right. Well, then I'm going to say adieu to everybody. Yes. I actually just jumped off and left the computer running and everything and wanted to make it for the broadcast so you know that Hutch hadn't killed me. He tried, but I moved out of the way twice, and they figure, what the heck? I'll let you live another couple days, Carl. But back to work.
Hey, hello, San Francisco. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, it's more north of San Francisco.
And he's in Seattle.
Yeah.
I love San Francisco, too. Actually, Seattle's a nice place.
Seattle's, yeah.
In the summer, it's phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah. So, all right, guys.
Cool beans.
I think we're just going to go ahead and call it a night for right now. Oh, wait. You're about 24. I just want